Okay, Gemini, I'm going to pull the cards in a minute, but I need to give you the visions I've had first and the phrases that have come to me, right? Switch up the rich bitch energy. You're not rich if you act broke. How interesting. Switch up the rich bitch energy. You're not rich if you act broke. Okay? Let's go. Let's see exactly what that's about and what's going on. If that resonates with you, take it as that you can. There's a need for you to rest at this time, okay, straight away, because you want to be rewarded and you want to be recognized for something, but you need to have a firm foundation. And at this point, you need to look at the truth of the situation, because you've either been acting rich or acting broke. One day you act rich, one day you act broke. There's imbalance in the way in which you're acting, and you can't expect to manifest riches if you're acting rich but truly feeling broke, and then acting broke but then you're really rich. Do you get what I mean? And then you've also personally got to understand what it means to be rich versus what it means to be broke, energetically, internally, spiritually, because wealth and abundance ain't rooted only in the coin. Yeah, bare people who have no heart, no soul, no morals, no integrity, no alignment to God, they're rich as fuck. But that's because they're worshipping something, worshipping the devil, worshipping the dark, whatever it is. I ain't got time to judge. I don't care enough. Yeah, it's about us focusing on ourselves. Either way, the point being here is, if you want to be wealthy and abundant, if you want to be feeling the best you possibly can, it's about you understanding your relationship with riches. Yeah, riches and brokenness, money and no money. Yeah. It's really, really important that you find a balance as well, because I feel like there's this energy of I'm rich, I'm bussing, I got money, da 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 da, and then suddenly you're spending it in ways or investing it in ways or doing something with it where it's not benefiting you. The worst thing that people can do when they're coming up, and depending on what ecosystem you come from as well, is you glorify things like real people, and like from like drug dealer communities as well, fraud boys, all that kind of gang shit. If you come from that kind of culture, depends where you're coming from, right? You get some money, you come up, and then you want to buy the latest Rolex, you want to buy gold coin, like gold chains, and you want to buy the latest name brand, Gucci this, Gucci that. Now, the truth of the matter is, people that are generally really rich and wealthy and abundant, they ain't flossing with all that shit. They ain't wearing all this name brand stuff. Like, do you know who I absolutely love and adore, and this is a prime example of excellence, is Keanu Reeves, yeah? Like, there's always photos of Keanu Reeves, who is a millionaire, rich as fuck, right? I don't know if he's got millions or billions, whatever the case may be. He's a rich motherfucker. My man's wearing dusty jeans that he looks like he's had in all week, some any ripped up tee and some any blazer, right? He's making minimal effort. He's on the underground. He's walking around, drinking at receptions in like a bar or like a hotel reception. Wedding guests are coming up to him. He's joining in with people's wedding and taking wedding pics, and he ain't wearing a Rolex. He ain't wearing anything rich and expensive. This is also the same man that made Matrix. Yeah, so it's one of the men that have made some of the greatest movies of all time, because he understands the constructs of reality. So when you look at people like that, rich people, genuinely rich people, yeah, they're not flossing hard. They're not showing off. They don't need a Rolex. They don't need gold. They don't need all of these chaps and chains and to be looking super fly and extra. Real wealth and abundance isn't rooted in the external appearance, and that is one of the hardest things to break, depending especially what community you come from. Because I'm telling you now, it's so cringy and embarrassing to be like, oh my gosh, I've just got all this money, and guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go buy a whole new Fendi outfit, and I'm going to get it with the Fendi print on, and I've got a Fendi bag, and I've got Fendi shoes, and I've got Fendi leggings, and you're walking around town with all the F prints all over your clothes. To me, that's absolute cringe, because that's a lot of money, yeah? Like, for me, I come from I'm deep in thought now, so stay with me, right? And feel free to share where you come from and how this resonates with you, whether it does or doesn't, right? But clearly this is a message for someone. I come from Jamaican background, yardie community. I love to turn up, go to dance or raves, and for me, I've like it really ikes me. It always iked me since I was young as well. Like, I will go to a yardie rave, I will turn up in the video light, doing a little 1-2 dagger, backing it up, living my best life. But when you go to those venues, firstly, the rave is in a rundown warehouse in the back of an alley, and you're wearing $4,000 worth of garms to this venue. From head to toe, with all the jewelry you've got on, you could potentially be wearing up to $10,000 if you're a guy. And you've spent $10,000 to show up to a back alley, to drink Hennessy that cost £100 at the bar, to buy champagne that cost £100 at a bar, which they actually just bought from Costco. Do you get what I mean? You're leaving those venues stinking of weed and drugs and cigarettes all up in your hair, all up in your clothes. Luckily, you haven't left with any gunshot wounds. And it's like everyone's in the middle of the video, like pouring the £100 Hennessy and champagne onto the floor. And actually, it's kind of like, well, I know half of you lot. And actually, I used to look, I like back in the, this is what I'm thinking from back in the day. I look after some of you lot's pickney because I actually work in childcare and education. And I actually know that your pickney ain't even got decent shoes, you know. So as you're out here flossing in the video light, I know that your child is struggling to speak English clearly because the patois ain't even cleanly broke. So I don't rate you. Like, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that you're wasting hundreds of pounds to throw drink on the floor. Have you paid your baby mum child benefit, like, or child support? Are you paying that? No, you're not. Oh, okay. But you can come here flossing in the video light, and you ain't looked after your family's still living in a council house. Oh, okay. Well, then your money can go to something more realistic and beneficial, couldn't it? Because that Rolex that you're flossing and all that money pull up that you're dashing, and don't get me wrong, I love Flipper Mafia. I love Jamaicans. I love Yardies. I will go to a dance or even shut down a dance. Video like Queen. I mean that. But the truth of the matter is, there's got to be balance. There's got to be balance, and you've got to move smart. So I don't know how many Yardies I've got on the call. Big up yourself. If you know, you know. But the truth of the matter is, we've got to be smarter and wiser. We come from that community. We love that community. Because we speak on the community and what's going on, don't mean we're disrespecting it. It just means we have enough respect and love in our hearts to identify the truth of the situation. Because that ain't no real way to live. We want generational wealth. We want our whole community to come up. Then we need to be working better. We need to invest our money together wisely instead of dashing it on the floor or through Hennessy and through money pull-ups. Why don't we all come together and actually invest in a entertainment industry? Why don't we come together and build a dancehall fucking unite corporation or something that could benefit all of us, especially as we come over to the UK from, like, through the Windrush generation, I guess, through so many different perspectives. We've struggled as Jamaicans coming over here. Whether you came from boat or plane or whatever the case may be, we came over here for a better life. We came over here struggling. My whole heritage and background from one side of my family is so Jamaican. I know the real struggle of what it means and that whole history of coming to the United Kingdom from Jamaica. It's deep. So we should be doing so much more. And I see how we struggle in communication-wise as well. Education-wise, communication-wise, as Jamaicans, like communication style, how we speak, our broken speech, the patois, influences that come from us, that now everyone's saying, wagwan, that originated from us when we came here. You know? A lot of stuff, a lot of education, and a lot of support that we need that's not going on in the community. So what I can say to you, Gemini, in context to that, is truly understand where you've come from and what your heritage is and why you're doing the things that you're doing, especially in relation to money and when you feel that you are rich and versus when you're broke, yeah? Because there's all these memories here of life in the past, relationships in the past, connections in the past. And it's because you keep coming back to some ideology of how you think life should be, how you think money should be, and then every now and then you make a choice and decision and you wipe out. You crash and burn. You got to crash and burn now and then because you're never going to find your way to the kingdom. The rite of passage is walking on hot coals over and over again, trial by fire energy, yeah? But the truth of the matter is, there's a new beginning coming towards you. You've already got the knowledge. You've already been through this cycle before. The light is here. There is a relationship, a partnership, a connection for you to have where you can build a firm foundation in your future. But you've been waiting a long time trying to get yourself right independently. And there's a lot of conflict you have in your heart, yeah? But it is the year of the crown chakra, which means if you follow your heart and passion and stick to the vibrations of joy, you can have a new beginning that will last. I see envy and jealousy here. So I see you looking at the past, looking at others with some kind of resentment, or you were in the past. I feel like you've had to let that go now and let love into your heart. If you don't have love in your heart, yeah, then you don't have anything. Let's be real. Love is God. God is love. It's the same vibration. It's the same frequency. So when people from the spiritual community say love and light, they're really saying namaskar, amen, namaste. It's a prayer. Do you know what I mean? It's inshallah. It's all of that vibration of love, the highest vibration of all that Brahma energy, that life force energy. Yeah. So at the end of the day, the cards are showing me, yeah, you've got life force, yeah, you've got power, but you're confused about riches. What true wealth is. Sometimes that true wealth is just knowing God. Yeah. Stepping into the light for real. Don't fake that you're godly. Don't fake. It's also, I've just given you a nice example about the Jamaican Yardie community in the UK and their perceptions of wealth and how that can fuck us up. But then I'll also give you another example of Christianity. So you can go to the church and everyone can be screaming Christian, Christian, Christian. But at the end of the day, you're sitting at church screaming Christian. But then when the church is done and you all go back for Bible study, the way you're running down someone else that was at the church, oh my God. Yeah? The way that you're talking about the pastor's wife, the way that you're talking about this and that, the gossip community and the powers that be, the pastor and the pastor's wife come like king and queen of the whole segregation, whatever it's called, and then everyone else is got things to say, and then people are actually just coming to church to find man, coming to church to find gal, coming to church for this. Like, don't start me off, please don't start me off. But that's an example of understanding what stereotypes are and understanding how everyone is perceived to be a certain kind of way and conforming to a certain kind of social group when actually you have your own standards, you have your own awareness. So don't choose to just think, oh my gosh, this is the way that things should be done in or are currently done in this culture and community, so I must follow trend. I must spend £400 on an outfit to shut down a warehouse that should be shut down. Come on, my Yardie community. I love a dance, so I love to turn up. But you think I'm going to shell down £4,000 on an outfit to go to a dusty warehouse where my fresh lace wig that cost me £400 after I leave now stinks of sweaty men and marijuana? No, I'd rather not. I'd rather not go. Like, it's that, like, I love to turn up in the video light. I'm a video light vixen. Let's be real. Sorry, I'm reliving my moments through you. Thank you, guys. But it makes no sense. I also love church, but I'm not a Christian. I also love church, but I'm not a Christian. So when I do go church, and like even if I go to like Bible study, or they have like home cells and home, like different home kind of things, you can go to people's house and just chill and do like church stuff there. Like, boy, the stuff I've seen in those venues as well. But it's a situation of, does this make sense to me personally? True say this is the trend and everyone's following it, but I don't. Them what's that? What's the lyric? I'm gonna leave you with this. They set trends. I set trends. Them man copy. Is that how it goes? Whose lyrics is that? If you know those lyrics, hit me in the comments. No one's gonna know. But I set trends. Them man copy. Yeah? Set trends, please. Don't follow them, because you're gonna be broke if you keep following trends that are not yours, because it's just not cute. Yeah? And leaving you there, Gemini. More readings are coming out, so go and hit the bell on any Gemini readings set to premiere. Tap up that algorithm for me, and I'll be back soon with more, okay?